Hello, Minecrafters, and welcome to episode 20 of our Let's Play Infinity Evolved. And so this episode, I think we're going to get away from the Ender IO for just a little bit. Possibly because, well, if I don't, I'll do Ender IO until I've done everything in Ender IO there is to Ender IO. But anyways, this episode, I think we will probably not be working on the witch's oven. I thought about starting off in the witchery, and so, the oven's usually one of the first things you make, and lo and behold, not in this pack it didn't. Mostly because Mana Steel, Botania, Fire Crystal from Thaumcraft, Arcane Stone Block from Thaumcraft, Alchemical Furnace from Thaumcraft. So apparently we're going to have to do Botania and Thaumcraft first. So let's go play in Botania. Okay, so one of the first things we're going to want, I guess we'll do the book first, is Lexica Botania. This is the book that you will be using in Botania. And apparently it's a work in progress and not 100% accurate, which I find that really odd. Minecraftian knowledge contains one school of knowledge. Sweet. So anyways, you want to take 4 mystical flowers. It can be white, red, blue, purple. It doesn't really matter. And then 4 gold nuggets or coins or whatever you please. And then this is going to have all of your Botania stuffs in it. And you can flip through the pages and read a whole bunch of stuff. And when you're on a page, you can click that and it shares, just like it says. Here you can view online, you can share notes, go back to previous page, or back to the beginning. And you have started your tutorial. Follow the red arrows and read the contents to be guided through the basics of Botania. Well, isn't that neat? Basics and mechanics. Lexica Botania. Forward arrow, arrow, arrow. See, here's what we just made. And then we can go back. And then mystical flowers. And forward. And forward. And forward. And all that stuff. And you take mystical flowers, turn them into regular, or turn them into petals, which we're going to do that a little bit different. You can make a metal pedestal with this. We will end up making that, because that's how you make your powder from the flowers, from the flower petals. And that is the floral fertilizer to make the stuff grow faster, but we shouldn't need that. You can actually make blocks. Okay, Petal Apothecary. This is something we'll do next. This is basically what you use to make stuff. And one of the things, I never read this the first time, and I didn't know you had to throw a seed in. That might be a little difficult. And here's how you make it. Oh, and it's even updated for the changes. That's cool. Alright, so. Oh, and that's something else. You can actually shift while you're holding the Botania, or the Lexica Botania, and it'll tell you what mod something's from. And if you right click, I think, well, you won't see it, but it opened up a web page that takes you to the wiki for that. Unless it happens to be something that, it would be found somewhere else, and I think it'll take it to you, or if it's in a Botania, I think it'll take it to the page in the book. But anyways, we'll scroll off of that, come over here. Now our Petal Apothecary is going to be made using 2 slabs. Well, isn't that neat? Huh. It knows we've got it in our bag. 2 cobblestone slabs, 1 mystical petal, doesn't really matter what color, a cauldron, which this one happens to be so kindly donated by the random villages around nearby, and 3 double compressed cobblestone to make a petal apothecary. Now you can hover over it, hold down the control, and it will take you to the page for that, which I think is pretty neat. Now we're going to bring this. Actually, do I want to do this over here where I've got all my petals out already? Or I could do it all right here. Why don't we do that? At least for now. I will have to keep an eye out for come on, brain, work. For creepers. They keep on trying to sneak up on me. And apparently I'm running into short fused creepers. Because, well, you can see right there, there's a little hole where a creeper decided that evidently I wasn't moving fast enough, and he still blew up as I ran by him. But anyways, like I said, I think I ran into some short fused creepers. Now I want to put this. Can't put it there because I got that there. Guess I can knock that off. Well, no. I want it to be closer than that. Yeah, I'll put it there. Alright, let me put my lever back on there. Turn that back off. Okay, so let's start off and we'll fill up this. Now, one of the first things that we're going to want to make is a pure daisy. And that is what's next on here. Now, the way you make the pure daisy is you're going to have 4 white petals in your petal apothecary. Now, I've got white flowers over there, but I've also got a few petals already stored. Those are pretty much all from where I was doing stuff earlier. Alright, so we got that. We'll take you. And that gives us a pure daisy. Now, the reason I said that these are going to be a little difficult is, well, normally you can just take wheat and do a single stack and get seeds. And even if you look it up, see right here, it shows wheat, seed. Yeah, not so much. What does this tell me about seeds? I don't see anything. Oh. Basics. It's going to the runic altar next. But we're not getting that far ahead. Okay, so what we're going to do, and actually, all right. I'll put you there. Let's go get some logs, because I got a few. And I'm probably going to want a chest out here at some point. Wonder if I have any made already. I know I do. I'm just not sure exactly where off the top of my head. So we'll go ahead and make one. And I'll probably upgrade that to a diamond one later at some point. Okay, so we got that there. Let's take, and we're going to try and make some living wood. Alright, we'll put that there. We'll come up back in here and let's get some stone. because that is one of the other items that we'll be making with this. Okay. Stash that in there, that in there. Let's make another one of those pure daisies. That way we can just do lumber on one and stone on the other. Let's see. Fill this back up with water. And I am going to want to try and figure out a way to automate this. Okay. Step up. Put those. And one of those. And there's my pure daisy. Easy enough. Turn it. I do that a lot. And you can see these turning. Just like that. And I may as well leave that one up top, because if I don't, I'll just do it again. So, and let me see. That's what I'm looking for. Grab that out of there. Get 8 more of these and do it again. And that is pretty much the process that you start off in Botania, is converting lumber and stone to living wood and livingstone. How'd I end up with that much? Oh well. Dun, 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 dun. And we'll toss that in there. Gotta wait for you to change. Alright, what does the mighty book say to do next? A runic altar? Oh, Wand of the Forest. Yeah, it might be a good one. Take 3 living twigs and 2 petals. Let's see. The twig. Twig is made with 2 living wood, just like that. So 1, 2, 3 does that, and go ahead and dig these up real quick, because these are actually going to be involved in our next crafting. And majority of the stone and living wood and all that I'll do off camera. Just wanted to get a start on these real quick. Alright, now let's see. Let's go with purple and red. Now I've got a crafting table out here. Got a little bit in it, but nothing to worry about. And that, and that, and there we go. And so now I have the wand for Botania. And next up in the book, we're going to mana manipulation. An introduction to mana. Blah 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 blah. If you want to read all of that, you can pause it and go back and read it. But we're going to make a mana pool. And I think I'm going to go ahead. Wait a minute. I got wood right here. I already know I'm going to be doing quite a bit of crafting out here. So I may as well go ahead and have this here. There we go. Alright, these have all converted. Alright, now the next thing I want to do is make a mana pool. Now that is going to be a diluted mana pool. So I'm actually going to make 2 of these. Because what we're going to have to do is get some mana in here. And then we'll use it to make another one. And to do this, well, there's other stuff that you can make in it. And that's something we're going to need, especially for other mods. Biscuit of Totality. Well, that's an interesting name. So next we'll go on to the mana spreader. This is how you get mana from mana generators to your mana pool. So we're going to need living wood, gold, and a petal. And I'm going to go ahead and grab a few gold, because that is something that this mod tends to use a little bit of. So we'll put one there. We'll put you like that. And I need another petal. What do I have a plenty of? I have a plenty of that. Because it doesn't, a lot of these don't really matter which color you use. Some of them do, but a lot of them don't. And so now we have our mana spreader. Alright. Day bloom, maybe. Introduction to mana generation, blah 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 blah. Caveats of passive generation. Day bloom, nightshade. Day bloom! This is one of the first mana generators you will be creating. This is going to take 2 yellows, an orange, and a blue. Is that regular blue? Light blue. That's important. Okay, 2 yellow, orange, light blue. 2 yellow. Because I'm going to make more than just one. Okay, so yellow, orange, and a blue. Okie dokie. So then we'll take our little bucket, grab over here, put water in here. Then I'm going to take 2, 1, 1, and a seed. Which one did I miss? Oh, I guess that's right. Alright, so let me do that on the hot bar here. Because then all I have to do is alt click that and that and that and then that. That's not the one I want. That is. Move you out the way. And get some more water. Go to here. And alt click. And bucket of water. And you pretty much just keep on doing this for all your little day blooms. And one more time. And that might not even have to be on my hotbar to do that. Nope. Alright, so now I have 4 day blooms. And I'm gonna move this because this isn't gonna be enough room to do much. But for now, I'll put you there, and there, there, and there. And then I'm gonna take my mana spreader and put it here. And then I want to take my mana pool and put it there. Now, when I switch to this, that shows me that that's, this, whenever I'm targeting this, that gets highlighted. When I target this, it should highlight that. Oh shoot, I didn't want you to do that. Okay, so now these should all be linked to the spreader. As a matter of fact, when you hover over it, you can actually see the spreader as a check mark. And this is starting to fill up. And then once it gets enough, oh, it's already sent some over here. Sweet. So now what we can do is when you hover over this, you can see that it's X'd out, so it doesn't have enough mana in it yet to convert over. See, there's not much at all in there. I was kind of hoping that under the sprinklers it might generate a little faster, but I don't know. Let's see, sun's going down. Tell you what, give me just a minute. I'm going to make a few more of these and I'll be right back. Alright, now I've slept through the night and actually found out something that is actually pretty cool. Is you don't have to have regular seeds. All those carrots that we're making over there that we aren't really eating much anymore because I've kind of got on to hamburgers now, you can take those, turn them back to seeds, and you can actually use other types of seeds rather than just seeds. So we can take these and toss these in here and make some nightshades. And so now we can actually produce mana at night as well. And these aren't really as important simply because all you've got to do is sleep through the night and your day blooms will kick back in. So we've actually got this much mana now. But now whenever I hover over this one, you can see the check mark. So when I take my diluted mana pool and I'm supposed to throw it in, not right click it. Here's my pickaxe. Oh, and if you just heard that little whoosh and saw a little sparkle here, that meant it would just put a little more mana in here. So let's take that, throw it in, and now we have earned the achievement Vivid Wave. And we have a regular mana pool. And alright, first of all, let's take that and aim it over here. Let's take that and aim it there. Function bind, I want to move you. over there. I was trying to turn it so it wouldn't keep dumping into this. Oh well, the more I try and mess around with it, the longer it's going to take and the more mana it's going to use. And let's just go ahead and make another one of these, because I want to use what's in it before I do this. And pick it up. So now, alright, and it's still doing that. And I'm not sure if these are actually getting in the way. So just in case, I'm going to move them. And one thing you do not want to do is you can have them diagonally from like kinds, but you don't want that. Now you see this little particle effect right here? This means that these are not producing as much or as efficiently as they could be. So if you put it diagonally, you won't see that. And that means that they are producing at the most efficient rate that they can. And we'll just kind of hover over everybody here, make sure everybody's still connected to a mana spreader, and that mana spreader here is connected to that. Put that on bind mode and right click and right click. And then that puts mana in here. And there we go. Now, what does ye old book say to do next? That's our day bloom. Then it says to go back. And it wants us to go to the Endo Flame. And this is the one that burns stuff. And we could actually do this. Now, you'll see these are mystical red petal, mystical brown, mystical light gray. That's the ones we've been using. Now you've got a brown mana petal and a red mana petal. Those have mana added to them. So let's do this one more item, and then I think we'll call it a day. Or we'll call it an episode, or yeah, we'll call it something. Let's see, I need 2 reds and a gray. 2 reds. Which gray was that? Light gray. And 1 light gray. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and split these out and just hold them over that, and you've got the check mark. Okay, so there's that one. Now let me get that red separated out again, and there's the red one. So now what I want to do is I want to come over here, put my water in here, and I need a seed. Now, I'll just grab some carrots and turn them into seeds, because I do have a bunch of those. And something else you could do is if you stock up all your seeds from when you're working your Botania stuff or your agricraft and all up to 10, 10, 10, if you keep some of those extra seeds from doing the carrots and all that stuff, there's your seeds that you'll need. Alright, so 1 gray, a brown, a red, a brown mana, a red mana, and a seed. That is going to give us an Endo Flame. And I've just earned the achievement of Meltdown. And we'll just stuff you right there. Now this will produce mana based on what it burns. And I've got quite a bit of coal coke. So I would imagine this would produce for quite a good while on that. And so now we see that this is producing mana. And you can see that little red effect coming up. And if you listen, this, well, that was on the nightshade. This is coming up quite a bit faster as well. So that should produce for quite a while because, well, coal coke has a long burn time on it. And that is our beginnings of Botania. And I've kind of got a soft spot in my heart for Botania because some of you may not know, but Botania is actually how I got my start on YouTube. I was doing YouTube videos before I ever even learned Botania. I had seen it, but I didn't really care anything about magic mods. And I got lucky enough to be on one of Direwolf 20's episodes, and the episode that I was on with him was Botania. And I knew nothing about it. But during that episode, I did promise him that I would, I'd try out Botania and see what it was all about and see, if I liked it. And I did. And I've really enjoyed it ever since then. And I think that's really one of the reasons I kind of like mod packs like this Infinity Evolved Expert Mode. Because, like I said earlier, one of the things I was looking at, if I can type, is getting into witchery. But then I saw it required me to do Thaumcraft and it required me to do Botania. Now, some people don't like when to do one mod you have to do other mods, but I kind of like it as long as it doesn't go real deep into it. It does. I don't want to say it makes you do other mods, which I mean this is, but I kind of like it when it pokes you in the direction of other mods and says, play around with this one a little bit in order to get where you're wanting to go, so that you can see if you like it. I mean, and those items in Botania and Thaumcraft aren't that difficult to get into witchery. It'll get you your start in it, and then you can see if you like it. If you don't go back to it. But that's kind of what happened with me and Botania. Is I told Direwolf I tried it out, I liked it. So anyways, and by being on his episode, I got quite a bit of traffic. And that's kind of what got my channel started. But anyways, enough of my little history today. That has been the episode for today. Hope you enjoyed it. If you're not a big magic buff, we're probably going to be doing a little bit of it here for a while. If you remember in this book, Magic Tree, where is it that it tells you? Yeah, here we go. Magic works slightly different than the tech side of things. You will find you have to progress in all schools of magic simultaneously. Many of the recipe changes on the magic side require items from other magic schools. So let's get started. And that is what we've done, is we've gotten started. So we're going to be getting into witchery. We're going to be playing around with Botania, Thaumcraft, all of those kind of rolled up into one, which means we'll probably go around back of the house and use that area back there, which probably means I need another world anchor. So, yeah, I think I'll do that off camera, though, because we've already done one of those. Anyways, that's this episode. I hope you enjoyed it, and you'll come back to see us soon. And until next time, take care, and God bless.